everybody. Sir Nick Justice here at Alamo City Comic-Con Halloween Edition. Here with me today is...
Jack O'Halloran.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. You know, I'm a huge fan of the original Superman movies. Can you tell me a little bit about what your experience was like working on set and in the film?
It was, you work 3 years with the same people over and over. It becomes like a family affair. And we had a great director, Richard Donner, and we knew we had something special. And thank God it worked out that way. I mean, they're classic films. I don't think any of the stuff they're doing today even touches it.
I agree. Yeah. Very cool. And, you had such an iconic role. You love the black suit. You mentioned you have a book coming out. Can you talk about that, or it's already out?
I have a book called Family Legacy that we're getting ready to... Actually, it's one of a trilogy. We got a couple more coming behind it, and we're getting ready to put it on screen as a film, and we're going to do a series. It's exciting. It's exciting because it's all about New York, about the country, about the growth of the country, and it's a story that a lot of people want to know. That a lot of questions are going to be answered in reference to the organized crime section of the country. So. Okay. It's quite, we're telling the truth about a lot of things. Okay. Which is quite good.
Very cool. And, with the new movies coming out and new renditions of Superman and stuff like that, what was your thoughts on, seeing the General Zod in the new Man of Steel film?
What I didn't like about the new versions are they're so dark. Mm-hmm. They get darker and darker. Mm-hmm. And they got away from the original version of what Superman was about. And people have to understand that Superman was the first American superhero. And they've gotten away from that. So what we're endeavoring to do, and we're just waiting for the smoke to settle with the takeover of Warner Brothers, we want to bring Christopher back and do with hologram because the technology's there. Yeah. And we have a tremendous storyline to bring Chris back and the three villains back in a whole different light, and I think the fan base will go bananas over it because we're going to take it back to the American way again. You know what I mean? Very cool. To what we did in 1 and 2.
I love it, and I hope to be able to see that too. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Christopher Reeves films, and overall, for those out there, where can we check you out on social media and other events and such like that?
Yeah, it's going to be publicized pretty serious on Instagram and all that jazz. There's just some really serious people that are behind it, and we're not even looking for Warner Brothers money. We have our own, so I think the project will get off the ground. I think that I think the marketplace out there needs to get back into a reality of having something like the original Supermans that we did, the classics that are there, And like I said, the technology that's there today, we can do and go back and do what we did to where everything isn't all CGI and stuff. And, what we did when we did our films, they shot VistaVision on VistaVision, Zorn's Optic Vision, which isn't even around anymore, but can be brought back very simple where we were flying into bridges around buildings without wires and all that stuff, and it wasn't CGI. We were actually doing it. Yeah. The way they filmed it was unique, and it came out looking brilliantly. So I think that just taking it back to the old American way and giving Superman his persona back, I think is what's required. I think it's going to work extremely well.
Well, that is very awesome. Thank you so much for the insight. I really hope to be able to see, the Superman we, many of those grew up with, and hopefully bring everything back to a lighter and more practical effects way. And you saw it here first. You heard it here first. We'll see you at the cons.